Even though I made a list of the top 3 North Shore beefs, that does not mean by any means that we stop searching for the very best in the entire Boston area. What's up, people? Welcome back to my channel as I share my passion for food in New England, especially food here in the Boston area. I've had enough of these mediocre steak and cheese subs here in the Boston area. I'm switching it back to North Shore beefs. I already named the real top 3 North Shore beefs that there is. Modern Butcher, Bella's, and Lundy's and Peabody. But that does not mean the search ends. We are continuing to search for the very best North Shore beef, what I consider to be the very best sandwich, not just in the New England area, but in the country, with the exception of the Philly cheesesteak. We are continuing the search for the very best North Shore beef. Just because I went to 15, 20 places doesn't mean there's not another 15, 20 places out there that are just as good. This is an iconic place. I've heard about it for many, many, many years. It's been around forever. Has to be good if it's been around forever. Usually not the case, because a different owner picks it up and usually ruins the shit out of it. If you want a New England content creator who's going to shoot it straight with you, keep it real, this is the channel that you want. Hit the subscribe button or go to the other useless New England content creators that are just going to lie their ass off to you because they're all about this. I am about the passion for food. And right now, in this moment, North Shore beefs. And let's go to work. You have to watch out when it comes to recommendations here in the Boston area. We are so loyal. We are so nostalgic. We are so territorial. We stick to our favorites. Which is why I was second guessing coming to this place. There's plenty of parking. There's plenty of seating. There's bathrooms in-house. Mom and pop shop. Everybody in this store were a bunch of sweethearts. Since 1972. This place has been around. That says something. Now, I ordered a super beef here. This looks like a junior at best. I was completely disappointed looking at the size of the sandwich and looking from the outside. But when I opened it up, I saw some redness. I saw sloppiness. I saw the proper amount of James River and mayo, cheese on the bottom. But the cheese was not melted, which I didn't like. I could have sworn opening that just a second ago, I could have saw, and I did, grayness. We never want our beef cooked past the medium stage, and there was plenty of grayness, plenty of well done meat. It was tricking us here. Looking out on the front, it looked nice and rare and beautiful. It's clearly overcooked, it's clearly dry, but it was a good quality beef. For some reason, I just enjoyed it. It wasn't like Kelly's Roast Queef. It wasn't like Liberty Bell and Stoneham. It was still good. But look how dry, look how gray and well done that beef is. For some reason, I still wanted to keep eating it. I'm in the car! So now I can talk shit. This was your standard mid-type place. It's not going to be a heavyweight contender. It never had a rep of being a heavyweight contender. But it's much better than a Kelly's Roast Queef. They can have new owners all they want. I told you they suck. That's why somebody else had to buy them. And it's not some of the garbage places I had like Liberty Bell and Stoneham. It's mid-tier. And the meat was a little too dry. A little too overcooked. But for some reason, it wasn't that bad. You know my ranking system. I don't do a 1 through 10. I tell you how much I paid for it. Without the small Coke I got, it was $11. And I tell you how much it's actually worth. See, $15 is the new $10 today, guys. So I think it's worth exactly what I paid for, $11. If you're in the area and you're hungry, come check it out. They have the trilogy, parking, enough seating, and bathrooms in house. That's always key. $11 is not much at all asking for somebody to pay for a sandwich to drop by. You're a little hungover, like I am today. You want something to eat, stop by here. The people in here, the staff, were super nice. Very clean place. Like I said, it has the trilogy. And the beef wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't the best thing. It wasn't even great. It was just good. It's hard to be just good these days, guys. Trust me. I am going to go back to South Shore Bar Pizza, steak and cheeses, more North Shore beefs, of course. But I'm going to hit Boston's very own prideful thing that's going to have to whip Philly, because Philly fans on my channel have been talking shit, saying those steak and cheeses are crap, and you're right. But I'm going to show you what Boston's really good at. Steak tips. And you guys know where I have to hit when it comes to steak tips. Steak tips is coming up, so stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. This is the kind of content you're into. And if you're not, then piss off. That's it, I'm done!